Jay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. It's so nice to meet you. So I saw Transhood when it came out in November. You were supposed to be on right after that, but then I got COVID, so we had to shut down for a while. But Transhood is fascinating, and especially for people who don't really understand it. I think it's a really important, because it spans a long time to watch your journeys. But explain it to everybody.
So basically the documentary is about 5 different kids in the Kansas City area, basically going through their journeys and how each one of us take a different path.
And why did you decide to be part of that?
I wanted to spread awareness and help either a little girl or a little boy either find their way or help families understand their children that were going through the same thing that I was.
Yeah, I think that would be one of the hardest things for everyone, for you, yourself, for your family, because it's a really tricky thing that people don't understand. So, and you knew at 5, 6 years old, and people would think that's really young to make a decision, and I know your family spent a long time thinking about this, but there are people who say at that age they know that they are not in the right body.
Yes, so when I was 5, I told my mom constantly while fighting her to put boys' clothes on that I was a boy stuck in a girl's body. And later on in years after research, at the age of 12 is when I started the documentary, and that is when I started my full transition with cutting my hair, hormones, and all that such.
What would you say to people who are going through something similar with their child? What would you say to parents? What's the best thing they can do if their child is saying that to them?
My best advice would be to let your child be who they truly are meant to be, and let them express who they are. Sometimes it can be something that's hard to accept, but in the long run, I see it as long as your child's happy, you should be happy too. And my mom always told me when I was little, express who you are, and you'll be the happiest in life, and you'll go the farthest in life if you know, your parents support you. So it's just a matter of let your child be who they are.
Yeah, that's the best case scenario. You want a parent who just wants you to be happy, but a lot of parents want their children to be who they want them to be. I think it's really hard for parents to realize they're not you. They're not an extension of you. They're their own beings. What was it like to grow up transgender in your community? It must have been hard.
It was very challenging. I hid a lot. I hid a lot from other people, from school, from friends. It was very hard to live in my community just because everybody was so against it and said it was wrong. And a lot of people thought it was a disease. A lot of the time, like when I was in high school or middle school, I would use a pencil. No one would use it after me. And also, like throughout my years of high school and middle school, I was secluded. So in middle school, I was secluded enough to a desk all by myself, away from every single kid, because my teacher thought that it was a disease and contagious to others, and parents had concerns because I was transgender.
Wow. I don't even know how you got through something like that. As a kid, it's hard as an adult to be ostracized like that from other people and to feel different as an adult. But as a kid, you know, that's a really tough thing. And, you know, that's why visibility is so important for people. People need to, and if no one's met someone who's trans, if no one's met someone of color or who's gay or whatever, like someone who they just don't know anything about, it's really important to have visibility.
Yes, it's really hard. It's a thing that kind of I have noticed through several people that I have talked to that are trans, and kind of through their journeys. Our reaction is just to hide from everybody because we feel comfortable, because we don't have to feel like we have to explain ourselves to everybody, and we just feel so safe in our own mind that if we hide everything, we think everything's okay. And I think visibility is the biggest thing now these days, because there are a lot of things passing through that are affecting trans people today. And I think being visible is the most important thing instead of hiding. I learned that a lot throughout the years of filming and, you know, being trans myself.
Yeah. I hope people watch the documentary. It's called Transhood. It's available on HBO and HBO Max. And to access resources for the transgender community and allies, go to our website. We just need more love in this world, that's all. Just more love.
Yes.
Jay, thank you so much.